Still a bad crash in northern Kent County injured nearly a dozen people today. 24-hour News 8's Danny Carlson was live on the scene at 5 and 6. And tonight our coverage continues. Danny joins us live from Spectrum Hospital in downtown Grand Rapids tonight. Danny?
Sue, we do have some new information that we just found out for you within the past few minutes. We now know the identity of the teen who was most critically injured in that crash earlier today. He is 17-year-old Matthew Slabcomb of Sparta. He was taken here to Spectrum Butterworth Hospital by helicopter earlier this afternoon with serious head injuries. He was one of 11 people that were involved in that crash.
Yeah.
Ann McDaniel lives just feet from where today's accident happened. She was one of the first people on the scene.
I heard the crash. I mean, you couldn't mistake it. It was bad. And I came on a dead run.
At about 4 this afternoon, a mother was driving this car with her 3 kids in the back seat. After stopping at the stop sign, she drove into the intersection, right in the path of this white SUV. She told police she never saw it coming. 7 people were in the SUV at the time of the crash. One passenger, a man who had been sitting behind the driver, was ejected from it. He was under the SUV when McDaniel got there. She says she and other neighbors knew what they had to do.
And I kept thinking, we got it. That's all I thought. We got to get it up. We got to get it off of him somehow. We got several of us around the car and lifted it up, and somebody pulled him out. So that was a miracle because it was bad.
That man had serious head injuries and was taken to the hospital by helicopter. He was not conscious.
We've been talking and praying all afternoon. We want to know how he's doing. That's the main thing right now, because everybody tried hard to keep him alive.
According to numbers we found, there were 4 crashes at this intersection between 2004 and 2010. McDaniel says she's seen many of those and hopes people pay attention to this tragedy and use more caution out on these roads.
Because they travel so fast up and down Shaner, and then the view is not good here on 15 Mile Road at the stop sign. I don't know, they should make it a 4-way stop and slow them down anyway. I guess they all think it's not going to happen to them.
We have found out tonight that Slabcomb is still in critical condition here at Spectrum Butterworth Hospital. We've also found out that the driver of the car that was hit by that SUV is a 42-year-old Cedar Springs woman. Both she and her children were taken here to Butterworth Hospital by ambulance for what was described as minor injuries. And deputies on the scene told me earlier today that it did not look like the SUV had violated any laws. Live in Grand Rapids tonight, Danny Carlson, 24-hour News 8.